Some cows be fucked up, have disease all in their ass that they ain't got over here. So you getting meat imported from Mexico, from Guatemala. You don't know what that stuff has got over there. That's why they were saying with customs, they don't even let them people from Mexico or Guatemala and in those Latin countries bring meat in, even in their suitcase. They can't bring any delicacies in or cook food because they already know what that stuff carries. But then at the same time, your friend, the FDA, will let a certain amount of meat that's been mixed up, because when you get a pack of beef, you don't know how many cows have been put together in that one little pack of ground beef you got, and they'll let pieces come in from different places and mix it up in there where you eating it. So if you eating like that, even somebody real skinny, if they eating like pounds of meat every day, pounds of processed bread, not drinking no water, not eliminating, they can look skinny, and then you laying down letting that man ejaculate in you, and he got pounds of shit caved all up in his ass that's passing through his damn semen and his spit.
I'm telling you, it's killing us. It's interesting that the slavery teaching that we're taught, or that is still taught, which is not the true teaching of what we say of Jesus, was I was mentioning earlier, his main thing throughout his whole Gospels was we need to build a kingdom for ourselves, right? They're teaching us that he said, eat my body and drink blood.
Yeah.
So we don't know if that's bodies coming out of the morgue that we eating.
Ooh, yes, it is. Some of it is, actually, because didn't you hear about that a couple of years ago where they saw that, the biomedical industry selling corneas, joints, knees, feet, legs. They are actually taking this stuff. We know that a lot of people will donate their body to science. So they're getting a lot of these body parts and joint and skin, because when people get burned, they will tell you they're using cadaver skin. So they take dead people's skin and will cover you when you're in trauma for being burned. Yeah, they do. You're right, open-minded. They teach cannibalism. This man that was like working for a billion or multi-billion-dollar organ company, because, basically they have turned salvage parts into a multi-billion-dollar business. And they get, open-minded. They do drink blood and eat flesh. We know they've been started eating our ancestors' flesh. Digging them up out the ground, eating them and stealing their gold and shit up off of them. But they found out a lot of these people, Brother Bay, that were getting the cornea and other organ transplants from this company that the hospital was buying them from, one of the sales reps, he had made an agreement with a man, I think it was up there in New York, at a funeral home. He was paying. We're going to keep on talking, y'all. So if y'all on the phone, y'all can hear us. So you better call now if you're not on, because we're about to shut off at 4. But we'll still be on the phone line as long as we can talk. He had been paying the guy at the funeral home to let him go in there with the dead bodies. Not know a lot of them people had hepatitis, HIV. They had died from heart attacks and other problems. They were digging the knee joints, the cornea out of these embalmed, sick, polluted bodies, taking other organs, lungs, taking tendon out of them, arteries and veins out of them, cleaning them and selling them to be put in people's bodies at hospitals. And people started getting sick and even dying, and then they traced it back to this man, and they were putting, like, PC pipe, like plumbing pipe, inside of these people's legs and arms to make it look like it was bone.
Man.
Yeah, taking their skin off of them. Yeah, you're right, getting melanin, because I even heard, I don't know if it's true or if you know anything about this, Brother Bay, they were saying they were taking melatonin, like taking it from our glands in our brains to create melatonin. Because they said our bodies naturally produce melatonin so we can sleep. But they said a lot of white folks was having problems with this gland or having problems with sleeping or building up their immune system and being able to function properly, so they were actually taking it from black people's bodies, taking glands. And now I don't know if you've heard about adrenochrome, that a lot of the higher-up people in power like to take adrenochrome, and but the only way the brain will produce it is through that person being terrified and afraid because they know you're about to kill them or you're about to rape them or beat them. That is when the body produces this secretion called adrenochrome coming from the adrenal glands, that these people in secret societies and are Luciferians like to drink it, but they can only get it out of somebody's brain, and they like to do it when that person died in fear as soon after death as possible. Cut it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised all that kind of stuff. It's all kind of, So I said, man, my whole thing is like solutions. What are we gonna do? You know,
well, this is why I'm telling this, because this is, you can't find no solution to it. Like you said, we just focusing on developing ourselves, and we don't know what we eating, and we going to buy everything, eating all kind of things. We need to know what's in the food. So the first thing you need to do is stop buying these things, stop consuming these things, stop drinking these things, learn to grow your own stuff, and learn to get things organically, and research the ingredients in your stuff. That's one of the main solutions. That's why I brought it up. I'm not just trying to scare people.
That's right. No, I'm saying you're dealing with the truth. You're saying, yeah, because and like people say, well, where do you start? First, you start with, like you said, what you put between your mouth, because they say your mouth can take you right to your grave. That's what I said. The girl, you remember the girl asked me yesterday. This is a young lady or what have you, however she was like, so where do I start? I said, first, you need to fast. You know, you need to start with, I mean, whatever you want to call it. If you want to eat fruits every day, if you don't eat nothing, if you want to try to boil some water, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You just got to, like they say about meditation, just be still and just kind of let me rethink. I mean, they said Obi-Wan Kenobi said in Star Wars, he said, you need to go home and rethink your life. Sit by yourself and just think, you know, okay, where am I going forward? I mean, we're in the new year. It's the 4th of the year, January 4th. A lot of us, you know, out there need to just kind of really take a deep breath. And like you said, the stuff that we're putting in out, because a lot like you said, especially dealing with the meat stuff. I mean, like you said, the fruits to be injected, genetically engineered. You know, we don't